As a child, I would get my mother's clothespins and I would make toy soldiers out of them. I would paint the faces on them. I would take a shoebox or any cardboard box that I could find, and I would draw on it, make a bus or a tank or a whatever, a vehicle for these soldiers. And in my imagination, I would play. So that certainly is being creative. And then as an adult, as a relief, see, my mom got ill and it was very stressful, and when I would come home from being with her, I would draw. That was a relief for me. But it wasn't until this wonderful lady named Sue Kreisman came here, and she asked if I drew, if I had any, and I said, yeah, I did. And I showed it to her, and she loved them, and she encouraged me to, to do more. And she bought some of my work that day. Sue is an artist, and she does art shows, so she put my work in shows, and they sold in the shows. It wasn't until that time then that I felt like an artist. A good part of my work is based on biblical themes, stories of the Bible. The first work I was doing was Adam and Eve. Several years I did variations of Adam and Eve. And sometimes I take liberties with not keeping that story 100% told the way it should be told. I've tried in some drawings to be very accurate, with holding to just the way it says in the Bible. But other times, perhaps go a little bit too far. Part of the inspiration or the first thoughts that made me want to do that painting was the book of Job in the Bible, where God is having this dialogue with the devil. Now I decided to do a drawing having them both in it, but this time they're playing games of chance. This is imaginary in my mind. This is not biblical. So in this painting we have God, and he is put down 4 kings because one of his many titles has been King of Kings. And the devil throws down dice, and he throws down 3 6s, which is his sign. Another part of my work is just kind of fantasy, and it's just meant for people to enjoy and have a laugh. Hopefully they'll find humor in it, and it'll make them have a little chuckle. Even with the Bible stories, I try to put humor, into it. Sometimes I wonder, are people getting what I meant, or what was in my mind when I put that down? It's a struggle, with what I should draw or paint. I learned that it's best not to put titles on a work. Let somebody think what it is themselves and call it what they want to call it. Keep it open. I was very interested in toy robots. I loved the graphics on them. I loved the way they were made. I love geometric figures. That's why I love the style of Picasso's, like the Cubism and that. So yes, I was collecting them for a while. I still have some, yes. And I still draw some, yes. Well, I say it's a past thing. I put my artwork outside on the street. I hang paintings off of the gate to the storefront, and I put tables out, and I put artwork on the tables. And those who pass see it. I do this early in the morning, sometimes as early as 7 in the morning, so people commuting to work on buses and cars, hopefully some of them see it. Sometimes after a year or so, someone might come by and say, you know, I've been wanting to stop. I see you in the morning, and I've never had a chance to stop by. But, you know, nice to see you out here, and, you know, and they come by. That's the extent of how I sew.
What are you going in a magazine?
Yeah, the older you get, it's a good time to start drawing or making art, or you know, or any art. At any age, it's good to draw. You know, I always go back to drawing and painting because that's what I do. But the other arts out there too. You know, you can write the book, write your life story that you always said you wanted to do. You've been saying that all your life. I could write a book. Write it. You're 80 years old now, write the book. Even if you just leave it to your grandchildren to read. But write the book. Pick up an instrument at any age. If you're still able to, dance. It'll keep you alive. It'll keep you moving. Don't sit too long. Only a few get to sell their artwork and be in museums, you know, for thousands of dollars and get into museums and all of this. Only a few. But to encourage, I would say you're doing it because you love it. So just keep doing it. I don't think an artist ever stops. So I would assume I'm going to be drawing until, you know, till I'm no longer here.